right, we are back. Ms. Hubble, you are still under oath. Ms. Cheatham, will you go ahead and wrap up?
Ms. Hubble, starting right away, what would you like to see the court do?
Well, ideally, I would like to see the court put everything back the way it was before Delora started having problems. But minimally, I would like to at least have my 8 hours a week on the same old order, the 8 hours a week. Unsupervised, I'd like to have that on Sunday. I'd like to have that starting this Sunday. So we can get her reconnected with her, back reconnected with her old life, her old friends, and build on her social development and emotional development, and just start spending more time with, like she used to. And I'd like for this, I've got a phone I'd like to send home so she can call me whenever she wants to, call her sister, or her brother, and that way she wouldn't have to go. Since there's no contact order, she'd have her own phone, and I wouldn't get arrested for her calling me on her dad's phone or whatever. And being able to go to the school for lunch or programs like that. I'd like for that to happen before the final order is announced, if this is taken under advisement. But other than that, what I asked for in the and what I detailed in October, I'd like to go back to the way things were, the parenting schedule that she did so well under, and where both parents had as much time as possible with her.
And what about phone calls? So the phone calls with the phone that you provide.
I'd like that to start today.
Okay, and if there's any lag between getting an order down or your parenting time started, you want to go ahead and have expanded parenting time as the prior order had said, and then in contact with the school that would come as a result of being unsupervised.
Right, exactly.
All right, I think that's it.
All right. Mr. Franks, cross-examination?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you. Ms. Hubble, you stated several times that when it was my daughter, myself, and the dad, we dealt with everything and she didn't have any problems, correct?
Yes.
What caused the problems then?
What caused the problems?
What is your belief then? If it was fine when it was just you, the father, the daughter, there were no problems, what caused the problems?
You'd have to ask the father that, because he's the one that brought us to court.
So you don't have any opinion on what
I did not have a problem, and that's what I said. That's what I said the first custody trial that you weren't here for. I said she was doing very well. The child was doing very well. The father, when the father was asked what's changed, he said the child has changed. A 6.5-year-old does not need her mother like a 2-year-old does. So the problem was he just didn't want to share anymore. That's what we went through in the first. But before he hired an attorney to interfere with my relationship with Delora, she was fine.
You didn't say all these people come in and try to intervene in our lives. Who is intervening in your life?
Numerous visitation supervisors, and Delora has had numerous visitation supervisors. She has had numerous counselors.
You don't want to be subject to the jurisdiction of this court or anyone else when it comes to your parenting time, do you? Do you have something to say, Ms. Cheatham?
It's just thinking I would.
Right. The law's pretty clear that absent harm to the child, the government should not be interfering in family relationships, and I've never seen any harm caused by me. So that I've already said in October, I am following court orders, and I will continue to follow court orders that are.
What assurance can you give the court that you will continue to follow court orders if you're given unsupervised parenting time?
My word, have I lied to the court yet?
You continue to make social media posts as recently as this week, have you not?
You don't,
Referring
Your Honor,
to
that
fathers,
and I do
Is there an
object.
objection?
Yes,
and if you won't talk over me,
If you can
I'll-
state your objection, then
Could
possibly.
you ask him not to address me?
Well, go ahead and state your objection.
My objection is social media posts is way too broad and to be relevant to anything. I make social
Okay,
media
I'll
posts
override that
daily.
objection.
That whether she's made social media posts with no limiting question.
I'll overrule the objection.
Ms. Hubble, as recently as this week, you've made social media posts referring to the father as a terrorist, referring to the courts as interfering in your relationship with your child, have you not?
I don't recall referring to the father as a terrorist, but for the past 2 years, since I had the contempt, I was in here 2 years ago, and I said the father is not the problem. It's the problems are the court, the corruption in the court, and people being able to lie and get away with lying, and misusing the legal system. That's what I have a problem
Well, if
with.
you're not referring to the father in doing so, who are you referring to?
Anybody in the legal system who is infringing unlawfully in our relationship.
Who is doing that?
Well, like I just said, I think all of it, I mean, I'm following court orders that I don't think you should even be in effect, but I'm following them, and I will continue to follow them because, that's what I have to do. I have respect for the court, but I think the court I think there's lots of loopholes people get through, and it's the corruption. I mean, I love our legal system. I think it's the best anybody can have, but the people who disregard the facts and evidence to the detriment of my child, I have a problem with it. It's the corruption. I want to see integrity restored and maintained in our legal system, and I don't see why that's relevant to whether or not I'm a fit parent. I will continue to complain about my daughter's suffering from being cut off from me as long as she's. I mean, that's just natural. I don't know how you think you would react if your child was taken from
Not
you.
about me. You're becoming non-responsive.
Yeah, I
We'll
am.
move on
Sorry.
to another question. What do you believe is in your child's best interest as far as education currently?
I believe it's in her best interest to have challenging work. I believe it's in her best interest to have her needs as an individual.
Do you want her to continue with public school, or do you want to homeschool her as you've done in the past?
Well, I would like to, since she's not doing well in public school, and she was doing well in homeschool,